Hello. Today I want to talk to you for just a minute about the topic of losing something in your life that you love. You may be saying to yourself, well, I do love my keys. I love my shopping list. I love my car. I love all of these things in my life. But I'm really talking about those things that when they're gone, it brings you sorrow and it leaves an emptiness in your heart that you just can't fill. The definition of something like this is having someone or something taken away from you. When it's taken away, it means that you didn't willingly give it. Let's unpack what that means in our everyday life and how it works with life coaching. When you have lost someone or something valuable, there are varying levels of sorrow and emptiness. Sometimes the sorrow can be brief, say a few months, maybe even a few weeks, depending upon the person or things. But sometimes the sorrow of losing what you wanted is so great that the emptiness never completely leaves your thoughts or your feelings. And it's hard to describe what that emptiness is other than that person's or thing is not there to fill it. I work with clients who lose their significant others by breaking up, and that loss is great at that very moment. Some of my clients have lost their jobs. This is usually very quick and not expected. Within that loss is grief, but also anger or complete surprise, which wrapped up into that is the loss of a dream they thought would come that would come and be there for them. It's usually very quick. Within that loss is grief, but also anger. Many of my clients are caught off guard, and the surprise is really what triggers the feelings at the beginning. Some of my clients have lost their financial wealth. Our society tells us that we really have to have wealth to be happy, and when it's all gone, what's left? They worked so hard to attain that financial freedom, and then it was lost in an instant. I also work with clients who have lost family members to death or to estrangement, and both can feel like death at various times. When all loss is painful, death and estrangement, I think, are the most painful of all because it feels like it's a final goodbye. My Aunt Jackie just lost her husband, my uncle, of 52 years to cancer. She's heartbroken and the tears flow down her face at any moment. She feels the loss so deeply that she is never far from talking about him. She knows in her head that he's in a better place and that he has no pain from cancer. She knows that, but the loss of him in his earthly body next to her in their armchairs have left her lonely and feeling lacking in many ways. I have a client who's also unhappy with her job. She hates it because she's not getting the gifts that have made her successful. She's lost the dream that she had when she took this job. When I approach her about exchanging jobs, she gets very upset. She feels the loss of her dream of what she wanted the job to be when she accepted the offer. But now the dream is lost, and she feels the emptiness of that job that she now doesn't want. But change is hard, and she's still feeling the loss of what she thought it could be. Change is scary. Losing something and having that empty hole causes her to sit around with the feelings of loss. My mom's best friend, Shar, lost her 30-year-old daughter in a plane crash. I cannot imagine how someone loses a child and moves on in life. But the only choice is to take one step ahead of another, or to just stay in the pain and loss and not leave. My mother's friend took small steps to move forward. She allowed herself to feel the loss at first, and then she started doing volunteer work to give back to others in her daughter's name. She is amazing as she smiles while sharing about the life of her daughter. I lost the boyfriend who I would probably say was the one person that I could describe as the love of my life. I cannot explain the pain and the hurt of a decision that I was not allowed to make or to weigh in on. After I stayed in bed for 3 weeks, because isn't that what you do when you don't know what to do? And walking around like I was in a coma, I leaned on my friends and my family. Each day was a struggle to think of anything else but him and what was. I remember going to work and I felt like a zombie. My body was there, but my mind and my heart were not. But each day I celebrated a day that I could move forward. There were many tears, but as time went on, I was able to feel grateful for the first time that he was in my life and the reasons and lessons that he had taught me while we were together. I also learned that length of time together is not as important as the impact that they have on our lives. If you've experienced loss in your life, or you currently are experiencing loss, and you don't have a plan to move forward, please contact me at mammothedge.com so that you can complete a life audit and you can find out if life coaching is for you and if it can help you develop steps to move forward. Thank you.